This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast and the Bleav in Pro Wrestling YouTube channels. Get hyped. We have made it. It is WrestleMania week. I am going to be there live in Dallas starting on Wednesday night, which means I will be providing boots on the ground coverage here for Bleav in Pro Wrestling and for SB Nation. So do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on the Twitter machine at Rick Ucchino, RickUcchino, for those of you who are following along on the podcast channel. I know you are here for the man of the hour, Mr. Montez Ford. He's got a big matchup coming up this weekend at WrestleMania, trying to recapture those Raw Tag Team Championships with Angelo Dawkins. But first things first, I got to give a shout out to our friends over at Bet Online, just real quick, because this interview would not be possible without them. It is that time of the year. College basketball is taking center stage. The Final Four is set. We are ready to go, baby. Really soon, we're going to crown a national champion. And if you're still looking to wager, BetOnline is your number one spot for all of your updated odds and info, along with great contests. If you're still alive in the bracket challenge, that means, hey, baby, you could be taking home that big grand prize, but they have tons of prop bets as well. Head on over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code Bleav to get started. That is BLEAV. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino games. BetOnline, where the game starts. And let's get started now with Montez Ford. All right, guys, it's hard to believe it is WrestleMania week, a big two-night event, the most stupendous two-night event, which is actually 4 nights if you count SmackDown, the Hall of Fame, WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday, the night after. It's huge. Everything is bigger in Texas, and my guest at this time got a major part to play this weekend. He has got a chance to recapture the Raw Tag Team Championships with his partner, Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford, how are we doing, good sir?
Great, man. Not as good as you, but we're doing great, man. How's everything?
Oh, it is a beautiful rainy day here in Cincinnati, Ohio, but I get to talk to you, and everything is fantastic, and it is a big week. It's WrestleMania. It's hard to believe that it's finally here, and you know, this has got to be a long time coming for you personally, because you guys have been on the main roster for a couple years now, but you really haven't had to have the WrestleMania experience. You had a WrestleMania match that was at an empty performance center. One fan. It was industrial. It was in the ceiling. And then last year, unfortunately, you guys were on WrestleMania SmackDown inside the Thunderdome.
Yes.
What is your mindset heading into this weekend, knowing now you're going to perform in front of 70, 80, maybe 100,000 fans at Jerry's World in Dallas?
It's go time. Like, we've been having the way we're feeling right now, the mode, the attitude, everything we have right now has been built in for the last 2 years. Because like you said, 2 years ago, we was about to be a part of WrestleMania. Then the pandemic happened. Last year was a part of the WrestleMania SmackDown. And this year, like, we're actually on the WrestleMania crowd in front of a full capacity crowd. So all this built in, like, aggression, frustration, turmoil, whatever it is all building up to right now to give the fans in the W Universe exactly what they've been waiting for the last 2 years. So exactly the anticipation they've been waiting for, like us, is times a million. So we're going to make sure we deliver on April 3rd.
How much of a motivating factor was it over the past year when, you know, I think a lot of people thought that Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown Tag Team titles would be on WrestleMania, and it was a hell of a match that was on SmackDown. How much of a motivating factor was that for you and the time, and now the moment is finally here?
I can't even put it into words, man, but I will definitely say for the last almost definitely 365 days, 52 weeks, whatever the year you want to call it, like, it's been an extra type of, like, mode or motivation that's been going into this, just because, like I said, last year it was on the WrestleMania SmackDown show, which is fine, which 100% fine, but to be part of WrestleMania in front of a full capacity crowd is a whole nother level. And the fact that we are part of this now, this time, this year, in Dawkins' time, and like I said, we're 100% going to deliver. There's a whole bunch of, like, anxiety and motivation and, you know, everything just built up into it, and that's just pretty much what edge we're on right now.
Now, even though you weren't on the card last year, you were still part of my absolute favorite moment of the entire night, and I'm glad that I was there in person to watch it, man. When Bianca beat Sasha in the main event, and then you come sprinting down faster than I have ever seen any man run in my life to get into the ring to celebrate her with her. It was such a great moment. I loved every second of it. You're hoisting her up on your shoulders, man. Now that we're a year removed out, what do you remember about the craziness of that night leading up to the main event with her and then getting to be in the ring with her in that moment?
Man, so just like getting ready for that moment as well, you know, making sure like head is on the swivel, making sure she's focused and making sure she knows like what she's going out there to do, which is, you know, not only entertain the fans, but come up with a W and bring home the title. It's just one of those things where it happens, everything's happening so fast and getting ready, preparations, gear, staying in shape, making sure the condition is good, the gear, the makeup, the hair, just everything that goes into what she has to do. I was just making sure I was there as a support group, man. And like just doing that alone was a lot. So now I can imagine not only doing that this year for her, but it happening for me as well. So I just know this year is even going to be more chaotic, but 100% prepared for it. You know, it's WrestleMania, man, and it just comes with the territory. You know, it's WrestleMania. Like this is the spectacle of spectacles. This is the sports entertainment global phenomenon, which it is WrestleMania. And everybody knows how big it is now. It's so big now, we got to have it on 2 nights.
And I love that. You know, as a fan, as a guy who covers it, I love it not going until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm but you know, you look at what Bianca is doing right now. She's doing something that not many women have done in the last 5 years, and that's kind of upset that 4 horsewomen apple cart, right? She beat Sasha last year. Now she has the opportunity to main event back-to-back years. She's taken on Becky Lynch, could be the first woman to beat her for that championship in 3 years. And I do think there's a very good chance that that happens. As that big support person in her life, man, right? What is it like for you to watch her go from this person who we all knew was a star, but now she's elevating to that next level and taking it and going there? What's that like for you?
I can't tell you, like words can't describe how not only happy but proud I am of her, and just to like see her, that's the person I love, be so successful, man, and like go out there and just not only want to do good but do good, and to see her not only being elevated to a certain level, but just to be there and just keep motivating her, to let her know like, hey, I know you that person, but you are that person. You are that girl. You are that woman. And just to make sure like everything's still like, you know, connected and still like head on the swivel, not really worrying about all the extra necessary noise that comes with the territory and everything, but just making sure she stays focused as she is. But I'm so happy, love her to death, so happy and proud of her, man. Like just seeing all this stuff too makes me motivated for myself as well, me and Docs. So it's always not only just seeing the success, but even being there and seeing it, man. So blessing, man.
All right, guys. I know a commercial break already. I'm sorry. Got to give a shout out real quick. Just give me 30 seconds to talk to you about Athletic Greens, because they are part of the reason why I'm here right now, providing you this awesome content with Montez Ford. Tons of people take multivitamins, but it is important to choose one that is top quality. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you are absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to start your day right. Their special blend of ingredients supports gut health, your nervous system, immune system, energy, recovery, focus, and aging. It's also lifestyle-friendly and fits a wide range of diets. There's only 1 gram of sugar and no chemicals or artificial anything. Reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It is just 1 scoop and a cup of water every day. That's it. 1 scoop, cup of water, you're done. To make it even easier, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do, go to athleticgreens.com/Bleav. That is BLEAV. Again, athleticgreens.com/Bleav. Now, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Athletic Greens, take ownership of your health. Now, back to the man, Montez Ford. Tez, I want to do a quick little would you rather, because I'm not sure how I would answer this question, because I'm watching NXT television this week and I'm watching poor Duke Hudson get his chest caved in by Gunther.
Right.
And then I'm looking at what Bianca did to Becky a few weeks back. So would you rather take a chop from Gunther, or would you rather get whipped by Bianca?
Neither. I don't even want to play this game anymore. Stop the game. Let's talk about beverages.
Oh my gosh.
They both sting, and you don't want to be on the other side of them. Like Jesus, like they're the two most painful things in the world. But by experience, I would like just definitely not want to be behind the whip, because it just hurts, man. It just hurts, and it tattoos you, man. You've seen what it done to Tasha and Becky, and like it hurts. Like there's no other way to put it. It just hurts.
It sounds like it hurts. I was at last year's Mania, right, man? They heard that whip in freaking Orlando from Tampa Bay.
It's just crazy. It's loud. It hurts. It's fierce. Like it's scary. You don't know when it's coming, and it's just like even if you try to run away from it, it's so long. Like by the time you even get a good distance, it's.
You brought up beverages. I'm sure you're gonna have something special in the Solo Cup at WrestleMania. This
is just the morning dew. But WrestleMania will have the special dew,
Yes, absolutely. So this is, this has the makings of being, a moment that you've waited your whole life for, right? And with Dawkins, now you guys have been together for 5 years. Defending the titles inside an empty PC, that's one thing. Winning the championships and a match that also includes Randy Orton at WrestleMania in front of, again, 100,000 people. What would that mean to you, man?
Dream come true, man. I remember I was talking to somebody earlier about it. It was like, hey, what was like one of the first, like as a kid, what was like one of the first live WrestleMania moments you remember? And the one I actually remember was from WrestleMania 2000 when they had the TLC match with all the tag teams in there, the Dudleys and Edge and Christian. So it's crazy that that's one of my first memories, and now I'm able to like possibly create this new memory with these illustrious and very competitive tag teams. Like you said, I'm in there with not only the Academy, but Riddle and Randy Orton, man. Like this guy's been doing it for like 20 years. And like for him to still compete at this high level that he is, and for me to be there with him is like a testament and like it's a blessing, man. And like definitely like our motivation and everything we've been holding in for the last 2 years to be a part of this spectacle in front of a packed house is all going to come to a head on April 3rd, night 2 of WrestleMania, because we're going to do our thing. Matter of fact, I'm putting it right now on record. We still in the show the whole weekend. I'm saying it right now.
I mean, the tag team division's been cooking on Raw. I mean, banger after banger after banger. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward to this. You talk about dreams coming true. I got to feel like one of those recently came true for you right around Royal Rumble. You did an interview with Ryan Satin. You talked about The Rock and him being a major inspiration on you, which, by the way, I saw way back in the day. I'm not blowing smoke, all right? I know you want the smoke. I ain't blowing it. When I first saw you on television, I saw you cutting promos. I'm like, this dude reminds me of The Rock. He's got the way he cuts a promo. And then I hear he's a big inspiration of yours. And I'm like, all right, I see it. I definitely see it. But then you do that clip with Ryan Satin on Fox Sports, and then The Rock puts out that message to you out on social media. Very heartfelt response, man. What was that like when you saw that? Somebody that you looked up to says now he's rooting for you to become world champion. What's that like?
Man, so I was here at the house on the patio, and I didn't even know what happened. Like my mom and them was like, because usually when I get off of work or whatever, I try to like, check out, get some ideas, and just check out from everything a little bit. And mom was like, have you been on social media? Have you been on social media yet? And like nowadays, when you hear that, you're like, oh man, I'm really out there somewhere. So, but believe it or not, it was The Rock, man, saying those words. And it's crazy because, like I said, I watched him as a kid, man. Like, and he brought me through a lot of like rough times. And like from him to like actually reach out and see that he saw me, because I've been seeing him my whole life, just means a lot, man. It's just I can't even put into words. But I did cry a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, because it was big for me, man. Like I feel like just somebody I idolized growing up, just saying like, hey man, I see you, man. And I'm like, wow, you see me. I've been seeing you my whole life. So it's just cool to see like, your heroes like recognize you and see like, hey man, I see you, man. And I like appreciate that. I still do, like to this day, because like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and Rock has like been there in a very like in his own way, just him being himself. He's been there and like helped me to be like who I am today and inspired to who I am today. The success is everything.
I was having this debate with my co-host here on the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast the other day. We were talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin because he's going to be at WrestleMania doing his thing with Kevin Owens. Arguably the greatest rivalry of all time is Stone Cold versus The Rock.
Right.
they had 3 WrestleMania matches within 5 years. Which one would you say was the best one?
Definitely say the last one.
Yes.
Like, definitely say the last one. Like, they all are great in their own way, man. But the last one significantly stands out because that was Austin's last match. And also at the same time, like, The Rock never defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin on that WrestleMania stage. And like that time he did. And it was at a time too where, you know, he was going back and forth into like his transitions and just continuing being this huge global superstar that he is. And it was like, hey man, I went out there and I accomplished all these things. I've headlined box offices, blockbusters, but I haven't done this. And it's like, after everything he's accomplished in his life, he still wanted to accomplish that. Like, and I think that's, for me, that was still extra motivation that like you still go off and do these wonderful and great things, and you still want to accomplish these things that you just did not succeed in. And he's always been that way. That's why he's a man.
For me, it was the story. Like the match, yes, great, but it's the story leading up to it. You know, Austin comes back after that hiatus, and you know, he's fighting Hollywood Rock and everything. But then it's like those special moments, like you and Bianca at WrestleMania last year. You see The Rock kind of scoot over, tell the ref to get the heck away as he wants to just lean over and say something to Austin. It's those kind of moments, man, that just make this business so damn special.
Oh man, it is, man. Like we're basically like a better family. Like we all love each other, but all of us still want to be champion, and everyone wants to still be the best. And I think that's what just makes the hunger and competitiveness and everything so much well-rounded and great, and create these special moments because everybody just wants to like just do well and go out there and just have bangers, man. Like when you have so many people around you to have that mentality, you have no choice but to go out there and create these moments. So it's cool, man. It's cool.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Appreciate your time today. Looking forward. I'm going to be in Dallas watching you do your thing. Let's catch up afterwards, man. I appreciate
100%, man. We definitely have to, man. I've seen you, like we've seen each other virtually a lot, but we definitely got to catch up in person, man. So
yeah. Oh, one quick question. How annoying was my boy Dawkins during the whole Bengals playoff run? I'm a Cincinnati guy. I knew I was annoying as hell.
You know what? He was, but it was all worth it once the Super Bowl happened. So
well, there will agree to disagree. Montez Ford, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, man.